Just down the river at the White House, the Trump administration announced the single largest deregulatory action in history today as it terminated Obama-era environmental overreach.
This action will eliminate over $1.3 trillion of regulatory costs and help bring car prices tumbling down dramatically.
The move will also eliminate the universally hated start-stop feature in vehicles, where your car dies at every red light. On the production side, manufacturers will no longer be forced to make electric vehicles after Ford's EV sector reported a $4.8 billion loss in 2025. The EPA says you can expect to save more than $2,400 on a new car, and fewer regulations should mean cheaper costs on other big-ticket items, too. I'll talk with EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin on the show tomorrow night, so tune in and don't miss it. Meanwhile, while others are testing the rivers and skies for pollution, one senator is testing Washington lawmakers for signs of intelligence. Earlier, I sat down with Louisiana Senator John Kennedy about his new book, How to Test Negative for Stupid and Why Washington, D.C. Never Will. That's not the only thing we talked about. Take a listen.
The idea that we send billions of dollars to dead people and they get cash, the checks get cashed. It's obviously a lot of fraud.
And we're talking about Social Security checks.
No, we're talking about all kinds of checks.
All kinds of checks.
Yep. When you die, Katie, your name, not that you're going to die anytime soon, but when you die, your name goes to the Social Security Department. And they have a list of dead people. But they wouldn't share it with anybody else. They wouldn't share it with the Department of Treasury, for example. And I went to them and I said, why won't you tell Treasury who the dead people are? And Social Security said, well, we don't have the legal authority. And I said, sure you do. And they said, no, we don't. So I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere with them. So I had to go pass a bill. It took 4 years to pass the bill. Believe it or not, I had opposition. But we finally got it passed, and the president signed it yesterday. And so far as I can tell, dead people can still vote, but they can't cash checks because we're not going to be sending them to them anymore. And it's going to save billions and billions and billions of dollars.
Well, do you have any advice about how to make sure that dead people are not voting? Saving money is important, but also making sure that votes are not canceled out by people who are no longer living is also very important. But why is it also that there's opposition to cleanup like this?
Well, there's also, for one thing, there were some people making money off of supplying the information to the states of who's dead and who's alive. And because the state doesn't go out and just gather the information. They have services that help them. Well, the services got nervous. You're going to take away my money. So we had to fight them off. And then I had to fight some of my Democratic friends off. They said, well, there's a trick in here. I said, there's no trick, man. It's called fraud. It's called stealing. It's called thievery. And then I had to get it through committee, and then I had to go to the floor and get the majority. It's a long story, but after 5 years, we finally got it.
Well, it's an important start for sure. But as you mentioned, there's a number of state agencies that receive taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And as we've seen in Minneapolis, when the federal government goes in to ensure and do some accountability to make sure that this money is not going to fraudulent sources, whether it's dead people or people who are using it for money laundering or setting up things like fake daycares like we've seen in Minnesota, there's a lot of pushback. So how does Congress ensure that the federal tax dollar, which is taken from the paychecks of hardworking Americans all over the country, is then being secured in places like Minnesota or California, for example, where there's billions of dollars in fraud, that the local jurisdictions, whether it's the governors, Tim Walz in Minnesota, Gavin Newsom in California, or the local mayors who kind of like their programs, and it seems to be a lot of corruption with who benefits from them.
Well, every state is different. Some state governors cooperate, some of them don't. Governor Walz didn't cooperate. He knew about this fraud. He knew all about it. And he lied about it. I'm sorry. No offense to the governor, but he learned to lie before he learned to talk.
I want to get to your book. You are from Louisiana. You decided to run for Senate.
Louisiana's great. Come visit us.
I shot an alligator in Louisiana once.
You did good.
Yes,
We've got more alligators than people.
Yes, there are many, many of them, as I learned. You wrote this book. It's called How to Test Negative for Stupid and Why Washington Never Will. You are known for your one-liners and your jokes about D.C. You're also known for getting things done, as we've just talked about with your bill that the president signed. Why is it that Washington will never test negative for stupid?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's something in the water. There are a lot of of intelligent people in Washington, but I call them high IQ stupid people. They've got a lot of education, but no sense. This book, I think the reason it's done okay is because it's not a policy book per se. It's a story book. I use real stories to make my points about policy. And some of the stories will make you laugh. Some of them are very bizarre. All of them are true. I hope the book will make people think. I can say it's all true. It may make you want a day drink because some of it's not pretty. This place is, some days it's like the game room of a mental hospital up here. And I talk mostly about the Senate. And I talk about my colleagues. You know, I was very frank.
You say the Senate, but what about the House? Or are you going to reserve your judgment on that?
Well, I don't know many House members. I never served.
Do you want to know more House members?
Well, they scare me. Sometimes they scare me, you know. I don't understand that. I've got a lot of friends in the House, and Mike Johnson's a good friend of mine, and Steve Scalise, and Jim Jordan, and many others. But I shouldn't say this, but they're not any better or worse than the Senate. Both chambers sometimes are like a circus without a tent.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.